We lost our art classes. We used to have band, we used to have choir. It'd be cool if we had a nurse.
My daughter's in 2nd grade and she's in a district that goes to school 4 days a week.
It was never just about giving teachers a raise. It's really about the fact that I only have 29 textbooks for a group of kids of 87, and I wish I was exaggerating.
A typical day for me would probably be waking up around 6:15. I come to school, and this week I had to create little leprechaun outfits to go inside their leprechaun traps they worked so hard on. They did a bunch of critical thinking in order to make those traps. I told them they have to write free gold inside or at least put something shiny. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning making those. And, you know, my day is supposed to end at 4:15, but there's no way it ever ends at 4:15.
Una soothed her husband. She brought him his slippers.
There has been very deep cuts made to education funding for 10 years in a row. And we have lost 28% of our education funding. I mean, our student enrollment has gone up, and we're given less, so it doesn't make sense. We only have 2 middle school teachers returning, and I know 2 are going out of state, and they've been teaching for more than 20 years. Here I am, 29 years old, and you know, my family keeps asking me, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have a kid? You know, when are you gonna start your life? And it's like, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now, and I see the way public schools are going in Oklahoma right now, and it's kind of scary to think to bring a kid into this.
Yes, my alarm goes off at 5:30 on Wednesday morning. Take my daughter to her grandparents so they can take her to school for me on Wednesdays.
Okay. Okay, bye.
And then head here to work.
That's actually dominant. So most people have at least a little bit of a dip in their chin.
See ya.
As soon as school is over, I pack my things and head to the other side of Oklahoma City, where I work until about 2 a.m. as an emergency veterinary technician.
She's a princess. She is a princess.
Yeah, I'm hoping my students are kind to me in the morning.
If it's the recessive one, then there's only one possible genotype, If it's the dominant one, like I am on my toe.
So I've always worked 2 jobs while teaching.
Some of you guys,
What I end up taking home is $33,000, and I have a bachelor's degree.
so this is what I was talking about with you.
Yes, I knew what I was getting into when I chose to become a professional educator. Did I think I wasn't going to receive a raise in 10 years? Absolutely not. And did I think I was going to see the kind of changes that I'm seeing across the state that are affecting my daughter? Absolutely not. I don't want her to go to school 4 days a week. I want her to go 5 days, you know, like my students do. I'm here for the right reasons. I love my kids. I love my job. I'm passionate about the content that I teach. If I leave, who's left?
Average day, it's gonna start anywhere around 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Come in and run all day long with my kiddos.
Read what they wrote.
I have court in the evening, so municipal court is kind of like night court. I've practiced law for 15 years before entering the classroom. I always respected the field, and I never looked at how much educators were actually paid. It never dawned on me that it wasn't sustainable income, and it wasn't basically a livable wage for a family. And so it's made me have to stay in the courtroom, but it's just always been a passion of mine to work with kids and to interact with kids.
All the children in the class.
My classroom is extremely spacious, which for me is a good thing, but it comes at a price. It's because our school building is short on the amount of teachers that we have in the building. Before, this space was actually 2 classrooms. We're having to figure out, like, how do we make a teacher who's traditionally an English teacher, maybe an English teacher, and they may have to teach maybe 1 math class. 1 grade level went without a 4th grade teacher and without a 5th grade teacher. And so now you're looking at 2 school years of not having a full-time classroom teacher.
I want you to make sure.
And so I'm in the 8th grade teaching kids who literally read on a second grade level because they've missed gaps.
I'm here for the kids, as cheesy as it sounds. I have a lot of students, I'm like, I'm walking with you, Miss Herndon, I'm going with you. They see it. They see the turnover of their teachers. They see good teachers who are struggling. They know Thursday mornings, Miss Herndon's a little grumpy, you know?
Little bow tie in that one. Every time I go visit my family in different states, they're always like, you know, I could get you a $50,000 salary, you know, here, you can live closer to us. It's like, that's really tempting, but I feel a calling to be here. I feel needed. This is where I grew up, like, this is where my heart is. And these kids deserve it just as much as any other kids anywhere else in the nation.
You want to be able to share with them things that you may have had when you were in school, or be able to introduce them to certain opportunities or certain adventures in life, but you're limited and you can't. And you feel like, you know, you're not giving them all that they could get. It's difficult because you feel like they're worth it and they deserve it, and you can't give them what they deserve.